Hello everybody, I just got back from Andy's Orchids up in Encinitas where he was doing a show. It ended today, but I got some cool specimens here. So you guys have probably seen a lot of repotting videos, but I'm gonna share with you some of my own here. So I have here one that I've already done to show you what the final product looks like. So the ones that I got are gonna look like this. Now I have two species in here. This one is Dendrochilum longifolium, and that is a really cool orchid. As you can see, it has already flowered. The flowers have died, and they're going to produce more in the future, but the flowers are going to be in a long strand. So a really cool specimen to add to my collection. I also have here another Dendrochilum. This is Bansky. By the way, Andy does have all of these on his website at andysorchids.com. I'm not being paid to say this. I just went up there and he was a cool dude. His property is amazing, and he does come out 4 times a year with these open house shows, so make sure to check him out. This is another Dendrochilum, and same thing here. The flower spike is a little bit shorter, and it has these ones here that are going to grow into another strand of flowers, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to repot these. So what I have here are these pots that I feel are going to be the best solution for them. You don't want to have them too much bigger than the base of the plant, because any bigger than this and it'll require more watering and more care to try and keep this hydrated. So this is going to go in here with a bunch of sphagnum moss, and that's basically going to be it. So here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the tag. If I can. It's actually stapled here. There we go. So you don't want to throw these out, because if you throw them out, then you will never know what kind of species they are. So I'm going to put this to the side, and you're going to inspect this here. Now, as you can see, it's put together by a rubber band. I'm going to take that rubber band off. Sometimes they're wrapped really tight around the orchid. There we go. There we go, and I believe that was all that was holding that one together. Yep. Okay. So all we're gonna do is grab our trusty bag of sphagnum moss, and we're gonna fill up this pot here. So I'm just gonna dump a bunch of it into this, like that. Alrighty. Now we're gonna put this in here right like that. Then we're just gonna put a bunch of sphagnum moss around it. So, pretty interesting fact about these orchids that I got here is that they're actually from different places around the world. Even though they are part of the same species, they still come from different areas. And I find that fascinating. So the one that I'm potting up here actually comes from the Philippines. And I think this is gonna get a lot bigger than this. This is just a propagation that he had. I just found this for about $9, and this is gonna get bigger. So choosing a pot size that's not too much bigger than the plant is right now, because I'm gonna have to eventually repot it. But let's get it in here. Ready. See how simple that was. Now, there we go. I think that looks pretty good. Now, I'll put a little bit more in here. All right. That looks good. Pretty sick. Now, we're just gonna spray it with some water here, because the moss is really dry and needs to absorb a bunch of water here. So I'm gonna leave it outside and see if it does good here. All right. So we'll see. This is from the Philippines, so I don't have one of these in my collection. Great addition. Now we're just gonna put that over to the side, and we're gonna do the next one here. Notice the difference between this one and this one. They're both from the same family, I guess. Dendrochilum. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah. They're from the same family, but look at the difference in the leaves. See, these ones are so much skinnier, and these ones are very flat and wide. Now, that is one of the reasons why I like orchids so much, is because even ones in the same family or same genus or same order or class, they have different species throughout each thing that they have, even though they might be related in that one thing. It's really amazing how every single plant, even just plants in general, can have that. So, oh, I almost forgot. We have to put the tag back into the orchid so that we know which one it is. So I'm gonna put this off to the side, and we're gonna do this one. So this is the tag from here. If you guys want to take a screenshot of that, you can, to look it up and learn a bit more about this one. And I'm going to coax out some of this moss, kind of fluff it up a little bit here. Hopefully it does it. Okay. This is a little bit dry. I don't know. Maybe there's another band around here. Yep, there's another band. Okay. You want to make sure that you get rid of these rubber bands before you pot them, because if you don't, they're going to seriously hinder the expansion of those plants, because this is going to constrict them down, and that would be counterproductive. So I am going to put here. It's probably good. This is the longer variety, so that is going to sit right there. And I'm going to pot surround this one, and same for the last one. So there we go. Now, I actually got a couple of smaller varieties, like this one here and a couple of other miscellaneous ones. I'm actually going to do that in the next video, because I want to show you guys how to mount them onto a piece of cork bark. So really exciting for the next one. All right, here we go. Go. All right. See how quick and easy this is? Now, you could go a little bit fancy and add more stuff to it, or add a variety of bark and wood chips, or like aspen even for some species, or perlite or vermiculite or sand or something. You could get really fancy with it, but this came in sphagnum moss, and I'm just going to leave it in sphagnum moss until it grows bigger. So we're going to see how it does, just like that. And once again, give that a nice good spray down. Make sure you get the middle of the plant too, so it can travel down the roots. Alrighty. And that should be good for now. Might have to water this a little bit more later. So there you go. Nice and easy over there. And we've also got a bonus. So this is actually an unidentified species because I just found it lying on the floor, and again, the girl just gave it to me. So we're gonna pot this, and I'm gonna find a little bit smaller one to put this in. So I will see you in a little bit. And we're back. So I actually couldn't find another pot where this one could go into, so I'm just gonna put it in here. So, all right. Oops, I forgot. Very important, and I cannot stress how important it is enough. Every single time you get an orchid out, you have to put the tag back. So, there. Labeled and ready to go. These are just gonna go outside here on a bench that I have over there. And let's get this one potted up. So let me try and get some of the sphagnum moss here that's run away. Collect up some of this, and we're gonna put it in the pot here so that there's no waste. Let's put this one off to the side for a second. Get all these rubber bands out of the way. Okay. So while I was pulling out all that sphagnum moss, there was a lot that was left over. So just right into there like that. I'm gonna make this orchid go. Where is the new growth? Right here. Now, another interesting fact. So orchids have these little growth nodules at the end here, and what you can do is you can tell where they're going to grow by where this is pointing. So you always want to point this towards the back, meaning you want to have the old growth in the back and you want to have the new growth in the front, or you want to plant it directly in the middle. This one I'm going to plant in the middle for a little bit more aesthetically pleasing feature, because this plant only has 2 leaves right now. So I'm going to put it in like this, and this growth nodule, it's just very, very tiny right there, is going to grow this way. So eventually, when it gets to probably about here, just before the edge of the pot, I can actually repot it in the same pot, but I'm gonna move it further back right here. So as long as the roots don't get out of hand for this one, which they probably won't, I'm gonna put it right in the middle. So let's get some more sphagnum moss. And I'm just gonna put it around the roots here, like that. Now this one has a no ID, and I believe it is similar to one of the ones that I already have, but I'm not gonna put an image on the screen just yet because I wanna wait until this one flowers to really give it a hard ID. So I don't wanna make anything confusing to you guys or say that I've guided you wrong basically in this, because that's not what I do. I really don't want to do that. So if you guys mis-ID anything, or if I mis-ID something and you guys take my word as gospel, that'll really ruin my credit. Or credibility, not credit. Wrong thing. Okay, so we're just gonna spray this one down here. If I can get the water to go, I'm almost out of water here. Okay. Let's see if I can get this going. There we go. All right. Let me open this up here. Pour some of that in. There we go. And that one is ready to go. Now, this is going to go on the shelf with the others, and we're going to see what happens. So there's that one. These ones I was going to pot, I was going to pot one of the other ones that I got in a pot like this, because these ones are perfect. But I actually have a better idea for these ones. So stay tuned for the next video. And that's going to be it for this one. So let me know what you guys thought of this one in the comments below. And let me know what you guys want to see next time. There was a little insight to repotting these new orchids that I got. And I hope you stick around for more content.